to the Buddhas. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Doctor. Atakata is to do you remember? I gave you homework to search for the number 96. Do you get the number?
Yeah, we got it, Sayadaw.
Can you tell me those 96?
So they are let's see, 7 groups of Kamacharupa. So
Yes.
the Chakku Dasaka, Sota Dasaka, Grana Dasaka, Jiwa Dasaka, Kaya Dasaka, Bhava Dasaka, and Bhava Dasaka. And then the 3 Suttataka.
Bhava, Bhava, or Sedasaka. Bhava, Bhava, these two combined together as a 6. Bhava Dasaka, just Bhava Dasaka. Instead of Bhava, Bhava, only Bhava Dasaka, 6 decade.
So we have to take another Dasaka, Sayadaw?
Yes, what to Dasaka?
Oh, okay. But then here, so he is taking the Hadaya Watu, Sayadaw?
So you can go to Brijasamapada, so paragraph number, let's see, Brijasamapada. What is, let me see, Nama Rupa. Nama Rupa. Chapi Sati Pope Kamasamotana Sadati Vidan. Only Sadati here. So Bhava is taken as one here. See, Bhava, the 2 Bhava Dasaka, the Bhava Dasaka, Bhava Iti Bhava. We take those 2 as one.
So Sayadaw, does that mean that in this categorization, we consider that there is Hadaya Watu?
Yes, Hadaya Watu is KK here.
I see, okay.
So we group. But in the Masagani, you cannot see Hadaya Watu, even in this Vibhaṅga, Abhidhamma method, you cannot see Hadaya Watu.
I see.
But with the Atakta count, the 96 Rupa, 96 portion of the Rupa. So he called the Hadaya Watu.
I see, okay. So those are 70, and then we have
Bhava, Bhava and Watu. Bhava Daska, Watu Daska, instead of Eti Bhava, the Bhava.
Yeah. Okay, and then we have Chittaja Suttataka, Uttaja Suttataka, and Aharaja Suttataka.
Yes.
So 24 more, and then we have Chittaja Satta and Uttaja Satta.
Yes, all together. 96.
96.
So I make here, I also write here. the eye decade, the ear decade, the nose decade, the third decade, the body decade, the third decade, a heart decade. Then here, if we can say here, at the Atthakatha, it is the sound nonet bona temperature. So we combine, we don't separate two. We combine sound nonet bona temperature, sound nonet bona mind, is the pure outer bone of nutrition. We call like that. We also call here pure outer bone of mind, pure outer bone of temperature, this sound bone of mind, Jedija Sada, sound bone of temperature, Utuja Sada. So you can call it two ways. You can call like the way you call. Mostly they call like the way you call. All these here.
Sayadaw.
Uh,
But like we already know in the Dhammasangha and Vibhaṅga, they don't have the Hadiyavatu. So why the commentator they count the Hadiyavatu here?
Atthakatha, the consider Atthakatha accept Hadiyavatu. That's why he called with Hadiyavatu. This 96 Kapro Atthakatha actually, in the Pali you do not have 96 matters. The only Atthakatha is Tika. Visuddhimagga Tika also. Visuddhimagga Atthakatha also mention these 96 matters.
Yeah, because when I check the 25, that one they say Hadiyaja. So I said, why they count the Hadiya there?
Yes, in 36 there is no Hadiyavatu. In 26 no Hadiyavatu. But in 96 they include Hadiyavatu. Because the Buddhism accepts Hadiyavatu, so all the Atthakatha also accept Hadiyavatu. That's why they add Hadiyavatu here. This was the idea, the opinion of the Atthakatha.
So that means we.
Go ahead.
Okay. That means when we count, we have to check. Oh, this is talking about the Mula, or this is talking about the Atthakatha, or something. The way of the counting will be different.
And
the number also will be different, right?
The number 96 is not very important. The number 25 is more important. So all the matters, all the matters, the 28 matters will be included here, Rupa Khanda. So any way we call doesn't matter, but we should include all the matters what the Buddha taught as Rupa Khanda. That's enough.
So if someone says, oh, there's no Hadiyavatu, but another person said, oh, there is Hadiyavatu. So actually, their both opinions are correct, right?
Yes, this opinion, they cite many Pali words like Yarupa Nisaya. They say Yarupa Nisaya. But whatever matter, what kind of matter is there, what they discover, they see Hadiyavatu. So all the mind, you see, depend on Hadiyavatu, take Hadiyavatu as their base. Not all the minds, the most of the mind. That's why they say there is Hadiyavatu. They believe there is Hadiyavatu. Hadiyavatu exists there. That's what they call Hadiyavatu. As 28 Rupa instead of 27. If they do not include Hadiyavatu, the matters will be only 27. All the Atthakatha, all Tika teachers accept Hadiyavatu. That's why when they write Abhidhamma, they add Hadiyavatu. They call the matter as 28 in number. But according to Pali, there are only 27 matters instead of 28. So if you accept,
so that means there is something other than 27, right? It is mentioned in the Patthana, but it's just because in Dhammasangani, the Buddha did not explicitly said that it is Hadayawattu. So that's why it's only 27, right? So, but in fact, there is another one, right? So,
Sorry?
But in fact, I mean, in addition to 27, there is another rupa, which is mentioned in Patthana. So that's why, yeah, so that's why all of the commentators, they take it as 28.
Yes.
Right. Okay, thank you, Sayadaw.
So you are clear with the number 96, but it's not easy to find this 96, the number, All these, you see, arise at the moment of existence. All these matter, these 96 matter, arise at the moment of existence only, not at the moment of bodhisattva, not at the moment of chuti, at the moment of body only. So you can call these for the first Vibhaṅga, because Jetija, the Jetija Rupa arises at the first Vibhaṅga Jetas. So the Bodhisattva Jeta cannot produce any matter because as it is newcomer, it is very weak. It's too weak, we can say 2 weeks to produce the matter. That's why Bodhisattva Jeta cannot produce the matter, any matter. So we have to take the matter arising at the moment of Vibhaṅga, at the moment of subtier Jetas before Chuti. Not subtier, the Vibhaṅga, the last Jeta before Chuti. So we need to take all the Jetija Rupa. Uruja Rupa, Aharaja Rupa, where we get nutrition. For the Piṭaka, they had nutrition earlier than us. We get nutrition later. So where we get nutrition, so we have the matter bonus nutrition. So all these matter arise at the moment of existence only. So let's go on here. The Atakta, this was very difficult. So the Rupa. So we say here, it's short. Let's see. We cannot read. We will not read all the Atakta. We will read only the main point. Like a Rupa Khanda, we say Pajavishri Rupa Kotasa or Chanavati Rupa Kotasa we use. The form of forms, the Rupa Khanda. The Chidu Bhumika Vedana Rasi. Chidu Bhumika sign here, Vedana Rasi is here. So this one we cannot, you see, we cannot underline these things. That's why. Chidu Bhumika Vedana Rasi, the feeling heat of the four planes. Say, the feeling heat Vedana Rasi, Chidu Bhumika, four plane, the feeling heat of the four plane. Better to refer to the translation and the translation. Yes, page number 2, paragraph number 5. Dispel delusion. Paragraph number 5. We go through paragraph here because the number mentioned in Adakta is the number mentioned in translation is not the same. So it's better to go through paragraph. So you look at paragraph 5 there. So the 5 function, line 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The fifth line you can see there. 35 functions of materiality. As the 96 functions of materiality, all this fully elected one taught by summarizes it under the name materiality aggregate. So here, Paja Paja Vishri Rupa Kutasa, 35 function of materiality is named materiality aggregate. Then the feeling here of the four planes, the main point here, we go to the main points only. The feeling here of the four planes is analyzed into Vedana Khanda, the feeling aggregate. If you go there, you go down, you see the perception heap of the four planes. So feeling perception heap of the four planes forms Sanya Khanda. The volition heap of the four planes forms Sankhara Khanda. That is Jirana, the volition. The Jirana, we say, Chitu Bhumika Jirana Rasi. In Pali, Chitu Bhumika Vedana Rasi, Chitu Bhumika Sanya Rasi, Chitu Bhumika Jirana Rasi. The last one, Chitu Bhumika Chaita Rasi. Consciousness heap of the four planes. Consciousness heap of the four planes makes the Vijnana Khanda here. So this is the main point. So Rupa Khanda is formed with the 25 function of materiality. Vedana Khanda is formed with the feeling of the four planes. Sanya Khanda is formed with the perception of the four planes. Sankhara Khanda is formed with the volition of the four planes. And Vijnana Khanda is formed with the consciousness of the four planes. So we will go to the main point only. For the Pali, you can see there, Chitu Bhumika Vedana Rasi, Chitu Bhumika Sanya Rasi, yeah. Chitu Bhumika Chetana Rasi, then Chitu Bhumika Vijnana Rasi, yeah. Chitu Bhumika Vijnana Rasi. Then you go to paragraph number 6. Yeah, more detailed than the this one, the classification of aggregate. Furthermore, here all materiality of fourfold origin is the materiality aggregate. Fourfold origin. So what we call 96, we include all the matters, the originated from four conditions. See, Kama, Jeta, Udu, Ahara. Here, all the materialities of the fourfold condition is the materiality aggregate. The feeling which is connected with the 89 consciousness, beginning with the 8 property consciousness of the 7 worlds are the feeling aggregate. So here, the 89 consciousness. That means feelings associated with the 89 consciousness is feeling aggregate. Perception here. The like perception are the perception aggregate. That means the perception associated with 89 consciousness is perception aggregate. Then the states beginning with the impression, phasa, are the formation aggregate. That is also phasa arises in all the jadas. That's why you can say the beginning with the impression phasa. We have to say here the jhana, the volition associated with 89 jadas is formation aggregate. That the 89 consciousness themselves are composed of the consciousness aggregate. That also shows the division of state be understood in aspect of aggregate. So here, 2 ways the aggregates are classified into 2 ways. So you know all these things already. All these things. So here, if the filial the Pajavusri Rupa Khanda, altogether here, when you see the 5 aggregates, you don't have Nibbana here. Nibbana is also one of the realities, but Nibbana is not classified into any aggregate here. Why? Why Nibbana is not classified into any aggregate? Why Nibbana is not included in aggregate? So the Tika is giving the reason there. Tika, very difficult to find, Tika here. Where is it? Oh, here. Here. Veda Rahitasa Nibbanasa Uttasa Tenaja Uttasa Tenaja Khanda Bawo Nawojiti Udita Bo. It should be understood. Veda Rahitasa Nibbanasa. Nibbana has no any division here, any classification. Nibbana is single, alone, cannot be separated, cannot be divided into many groups like other the realities. So here, Vedarahitasa, as it is void of division, as it is lack of division, Nibbana is not included in the Khanda. This is the reason here. Vedarahitasa Nibbanasa Uttasatena Ja Khanda Bhavoja. There is no Kuttasa, there is no portion, like a past portion, present portion, future portion, let's say a period, superior. There is no portion like other realities. So Khanda Bhavo Ja Navajadi. It cannot be said as portion, it cannot be said as aggregate, because it is lack of the division here, Veda Rahitasa. So Nibbana is not classified here as one of Khanda because it is lack of division, lack of classification. There is no portion, there is no aggregate. So Nibbana is not included in any Khanda. So why among the 80, among the 80 Vibhaṅgas, why the Buddha taught Khanda Vibhaṅga first? Why the Buddha did not taught the other Vibhaṅga first? Why he taught Khanda Vibhaṅga first? So here, the 5 aggregates can include all kinds of realities except Nibbana. The reason is given like that. The reason is given not Ayathakta, a Tika. Difficult to find out. This one not like a book,
So Sayadaw, maybe Dr. Ryan can help you to share his screen and you can see. Either you want the Tika or you want the Atthakatha or something.
I don't share. I have share already, and there. Not yet.
Yeah, we can see it, Sayadaw. Yeah, we can see it.
It comes from the Tika. Tika. Page number 3. Page number 3. Page number 3. Nibbana Vajana Sabadhamana. Can you find the word Nibbana Vajana Sabadhamana? Yes, here. Natato Hita. Natato Hita. Yeah, above the word Natato Hita, this paragraph. Tata Nibbana Vajana. Vajana, here. Tata Nibbana, which Nibbana Vajana Sabadhamana Saghakata Sabha Sahaki Sanghaki Ja Ayanana Dihi Apakara Padata Nibbana Khandhavibhaṅgo Ademi Khandana Khandhavibhaṅgo Ademi Voto. See this paragraph. This paragraph cannot highlight. So Nibbana Vajana Sabadhamana Sanghata Sabha Sanghaki. This aggregates can include all kinds of realities except Nibbana. That is one reason. Ayarana Dihi Apakra Padata. So it is also less than Ayatana in numbers. Ayatanas are 12, khandhas are 5. In compare the number, so the number of khandha is less than Ayatana. That's why the Buddha is founded khandhavibhaṅga first, instead of founded the other first. So the reason is given like that. Maybe or may not be. We are not sure, So how about Sayadaw? Sayadaw is Sayadaw. There are only 4 truths. Or Sajja is Sayadaw. Compared to Khandhavibhaṅga, the number of Sajja is less than Khandhavibhaṅga. The Buddha is found Sayadaw first because the number of Sajja is less than Khandha. Here, the reason is given why the Khandhavibhaṅga is founded first. Because it is less than Ayatana in number. That's why it is founded first. So if so, why is Sayadaw was not is founded first? As the number is less than Khandha. So do you get any idea why Sajja was not is founded first?
So Sayadaw.
Sayadaw.
Yeah, but because Sayadaw said that there are two criteria, right? The first one is because
first one,
no
Khandha can include all the realities except Nibbana.
Yes, and so
that's
maybe
why Khandha is the first respondent.
Yes, so maybe because that is the first criterion, we take that first because Sajja, Nibbana is included in Sajja.
Sorry?
Nibbana, because we have 4 Sajja.
Yes,
right?
Nibbana is included in Sajja.
Included in there, so that's why. So I guess maybe 2 criteria. So the first criteria is the Nibbana not included first. So take that criteria first. And then, so maybe that's the reason,
Yeah, this good reason. So
I think.
Please.
Yeah, except that point, and maybe another point is, for example, like Nirodha Sajja, Magga Sajja, it's not easy to understand. But for like the Panja Khandha is very easy to understand because everybody has. But like Nirodha Sajja, this is not for the logia person, so they cannot touch
Yes.
easily. So that's why if explain in the beginning, so all the beings maybe they cannot understand.
Yeah, this is also good reason, even though this reason does not come from the Piṭaka. So good reason, you know, the khanda is easy to understand. That's why the Buddha is founded khanda first. The sajja not easy to understand. That's why he is founded later. Good reason. Good reason.
Well, but then Sayadaw,
Yes.
from my understanding is that so for the most intelligent beings, then the Buddha is going to preach nama rupa, and if they can't understand that, then the Buddha is going to go to the 5 khandhas, and still if they can't understand, then the Buddha is going to go to the 12 ayatana, and then dhatu, 18 dhatu. So does that mean that the Buddha should preach the 18 dhatu first because it's easier to understand, right?
So for that the Anutika and the Anutika give explanation there. So the one who doubts in rupa, one who doubt in nama, one who doubt in nama rupa. So for the one who has doubt a rupa, the Buddha is founded khandhavibhaṅga. The one who is doubt a nama, he is founded at the ayatana vibhaṅga. The one who has doubt a nama a rupa, the Buddha is founded dhatu vibhaṅga. So Anutika explained like that.
So Sarah, if in that opinion, can we say because this Abhidhamma was preached by the Buddha in the Tawadinsa?
Oh, so sorry. No, wrong. The one who has doubt is rupa. The rupa, the Buddha is founded ayatana. One who has doubt in nama, the Buddha is founded khanda. One who has doubt in both nama and rupa, the Buddha is founded dhatu vibhaṅga. Okay, please. Please say.
I'm thinking because this Abhidhamma was preaching by the Buddha in the Tawadinsa. So for the devas, for the deities, so maybe they think because their mind is pure than the lower plane, right? And they maybe they have this. I don't know how to explain that point, but it's quite different from the human beings.
Yes.
Either their nama
also
and
has
rupa.
different level of the wisdom. They also have different levels of wisdom. These are the reason given the Tika, not coming from the Atthakta, and then he also show his opinions. He show his opinions.
So did the sub-commentator say anything else? I mean, I don't see why. Why is that the reason? So why, if anyone has a doubt in khanda, then the Buddha preached nama,
Yes.
vibhaṅga, and has doubt in ayatana, then the Buddha preached rupa. I don't understand why.
Yes. Maybe these are just order, I think. See?
Yeah.
Just order.
Does that mean that in the khandhavibhaṅga, the Buddha is going to explain about nama in detail, more detail? And in ayatana vibhaṅga, the Buddha is going to explain the rupa in detail? I don't know. Is that the reason?
This one not come from the Pali, not come from the Atthakata, it comes from Tika.
Yeah.
So Tika's opinion, sub-commentators' opinions.
So where did he say it? Do we know where can we find it in Tika?
Yes, and the Anutika. The first reason I have give you the Mulatika. The second reason, like one who has doubt a nama, a rupa, a nama rupa, this reason give a anutika. So Mulatika here, I give you here, Tatha, Nibbana, what? Nibbana, Vajjana, Sabbadhamana, Sakhikata. So except Nibbana, the khanda can include all kinds of realities. This is one reason. The another reason, Ayaranadi, Ayaranadihi, Apakra Padada. The second reason is less than Ayarana in number. So because of two reasons, the Buddha is found at khanda first. So Satya here, the Satya, in the case of Satya, Satyas are not included all the realities also, even though it includes Nibbana. So we say Satya Vimutta. So Lokuttara Citta not included in any Satya. So the associated Dhamma also not included in any Satya. So they are Satya Vimutta. As as not all realities are included in Satya, Satya was not is found at first. Instead of that, the Buddha is found at khanda first. These are just the reason. Just the reason. So let's go to the next. We go to the Rupa Khanda Nidesa. Rupa Khanda Nidesa. That's in there to discuss about the five khanda introduction. Now we come to Nidesa explanation, description. So Rupa Khanda Nidesa. Tattha Kadma Rupa Khanda, the Buddha said here. So Tattha referred, the Tattha means among the five aggregates. Tathati Tesu Panchasu Khandesu, among the five aggregates. So Kadma Katetu Kamyata Pocha. Yeah, Kadma Katetu Kamyata. Katetu Kamyata, the Buddha make question to answer, to explain. Katetu Kamyata, Kadma Rupa Khanda, Tattha Kadma Rupa Khanda. Among the five khandas, what is Rupa Khanda? He made the question by himself in order to explain, in order to answer by himself. So here I make a note for the knowledge. There are five kinds of questions. You can find it from Mahanidesa Pali. You have seen these five questions in the Atha Salini Atthakatha. Atha Salini. So Adita Jordana Bokcha. Question to show something not seen before. Adita Jordana. You make a question. You have never seen before. So sometimes you see we don't see, we don't know. That's why we want to acquire, we make question. Such kind of question is called Adita Jordana Bokcha. We want to be clear with what we haven't seen before, what we haven't known before. Such kind of question is called here Adita Jordana Bokcha. The data Sandana Bokcha question to discuss what already see. Just like you see, we have learned something. We have learned something. We want to discuss about that. We make question. But we have know already, we know, but we want to discuss more. We want to discuss about it further. So we make question. Such kind of question is called data sadhanana bokcha. The vimate chedana bokcha. Vimade Chirana, to clear up doubt. Sometimes we have a doubt. We are not very sure with what we have learned. We have a doubt about that. So we have question, we make question. So to be clear, so such kind of question is called Vimade Chirana Bocha. Yeah, Anumati Bocha, to discover opinion. Anumati Bocha, like a Rupa, Nijawa, Anijawati, to discover opinion, to know someone's opinion. So Rupa, Nijawa, Anijawa, we say. So Anija body, Anija. So to know whether he is clear or whether he understand, we want to know. We make question. For example, Anija, is it sukha or dukkha, or is it mind? Someday we make question. So to know the other's opinion, the other's mind. Then the last one, Kitidu Kamyata Pocha. So if you read Vibhaṅga, you will see any one of these questions. But it is Vibhaṅga. All the questions are Kitidu Kamyata Pocha. So make a question to explain. The Buddha wants to explain something. That's why he make a question. He doesn't want any other person to explain, to say, to answer. He himself wants to explain. Such kind of question is called Katedu Kamyata Pocha. So you have 5 kinds of question here. 5 kinds of question here. So for general knowledge, you need to know these 5 kinds of question. The question here, Data Kadama Rupa Khando, Katama, Katamo, what? Such kind of question is called Katedu Kamyata Pocha. The question just the question was just to explain the others. Katedu Kamyata Pocha. So we have these 5 questions. Here one thing I want to ask you. So where Rupa Khanda is formed, it is formed with only matters, not formed with the mind. But here, so about the Rupa here. Kena Tena Robati, Rupa here, the meaning of Rupa is given here. So Rupa here, the meaning of Rupa. You can see the meaning of Rupa. The meaning of Rupa here. Rupa is Rupa Khanda. What is Rupa? The meaning of Rupa is given here. So it is molested, so it is called Rupa. Molested by what? By all these reasons. By cold, by heat, by wind, by insect, by many things here. So that means it is changed, or it changes. It is called Rupa. Nama, the mind also changes like a Rupa. So why Nama is not called Rupa? Why only Rupa matter? Only matter is called Rupa. Why Nama is not called Rupa? So if you say it changes, it is called Rupa. Nama also changes. Why Nama is not called Rupa here? Do you have any opinion?
Sayadaw, is it is it because mind also changed, but it changed too quickly that the ordinary mind or ordinary person cannot see the change of the mind?
Yes, yes. The process of the change is so short. It cannot be touched with these reasons. With these, they like a cool, like a heat, like a temperature, cannot be touched with these. Because the changing process it's very quick. Yes, that's correct. But in the case of rupa, rupa lasts for 70 moments. It's so long. That's why it can be touched with any these reasons. That's why only rupa here, the rupa is changed because of these things. Nama cannot be changed because of these things. Only the rupa changes because of these things. That's why only the matter is composed of khanda. Yes, correct. So we have one thing here. To mark here one thing. Before we go there, so the rupa. So you can refer to the Pali. Please, the translation box. Translation book. Oh, no. The dispeller delusion. You go to dispeller delusion. Paragraph number 9. Paragraph number 9. So you can see here the meaning of rupas given by the Pali. This Pali cover the original text. This Pali comes from original text. Karawaka Sayuda come from Karawaka Sayuda. It is molested by cold, it is molested by heat, it is molested by hunger, it is molested by thirst, it is molested by flies, it flies, it winds, it sun, it creepy things. It is molested, that is why it is called materiality. The meaning of materiality is given here. They hear how it is molested by cold, by heat, etc. So the example, many examples given here. In paragraph 11, you can read by yourself there. As regards, it is molested by cold and so. Firstly, being molested by cold is obvious in the help of the word ether space. What ether space? Logadrika nirya. By cold there. Explaining. You can see the explanation there. Or in the ether space, a logadrika nirya. Between each three words, spheres. So three universes. Between the three universes, among the three universes, there is one word, ether space, have 8,000 yojana extent. A wide 8,000 yojana. So Logadra Nirya has neither earth below nor light of the precious lamps. So only darks exist there. There is moon, there is no sun. The moon cannot touch the light of the moon, the light of the sun cannot reach there. Only darkness is there. Permanently dark. The person or the being is born there. It's 3/4 of a league. The body size, very big creature there. Like bats, they cling to the pieces of the mountains with long, broad nails, hand from the edge. So please read by yourself there. Extremely brainy waters here. The water under there is very, very cold, extremely cold there. So if any creature touches the water, now their body becomes into pieces. So the cold can change the matter very easily, very quickly, very rapidly. You want to say like that. So very obvious. You see, in the help of Logadrika Nirya. So you can read there. So from there you can read to when creeping, paragraph 17. Now from paragraph 11 to paragraph 17. So you can read by yourself. Paragraph 18. Paragraph 18. Okay, let's conclude. Paragraph 80 here. So 80, you come down there. By it be heaped together under the characteristic of being molested. Here, there is no materiality aggregate other than materiality. And as in the case of materiality, so how do you say here? There is no material aggregate without matter. So there is no matter also without whole elements derived matters. Without matter, there is no matter aggregate. Without whole elements, 24 derived matters, there is no rupa too. The conclusion here. You see the paragraph 80. There is no materiality aggregate other than materiality. So without matter, there is no materiality. And as materiality, this one not clear. That means there is no materiality without whole elements, 24 derived matters. In the case of feeling so here, by their being heaped together in the characteristic of being, be fed, and so there is no feeling aggregate. A song other than feeling a song. How do you understand? That means there is no feeling aggregate without feeling. Without feeling, there is no feeling aggregate. Because of feeling, there is feeling aggregate. Here we have to say, feeling, in the matter, there is no matter aggregate without matter. There is no matter without whole elements, 24 derived matters. In the case of Vedana, so there is no feeling aggregate without feeling. There is no jeta. But there is no feeling without jeta. We have to say like that. There is no feeling without jeta. There is no feeling aggregate without feeling. There is no the perception aggregate without perception. There is no jeta without, there is no perception without jeta. There is no volition aggregate without volition. There is no volition without jeta. But in the case of Vijnana Khanda, we have one thing only. There is no consciousness aggregate without consciousness. Is it? There is no consciousness aggregate without consciousness. That is the conclusion for this. Tathāgatama Adita. So next time we are going to classify the different kinds of rupa, the different portions of the rupa, or the classification of the rupa. Now we have learned only 5 aggregates. Now we are clear and there with the 5 aggregates. So how it so-called aggregates or the matter aggregates or material aggregates. Next time we are going to study. That's all for today. Thanks for listening. Let's conclude our lecture by saying Buddha Sasana Jira 3 times. Buddha Sasana Jira Detedu. Buddha Sasana Jira Detedu. Buddha Sasana Jira Detedu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu, sadhu,
Hello?
sadhu. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Sayadaw.
Thank you,
Sayadaw.
Sayadaw.
Okay, see you the day after tomorrow.
Yes,
See
see you,
you.
Sayadaw.